Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, and we're going to call this one a long-term review. So you've seen it on the last two Let It Fly on Fridays. The Axial SCX6. Well, told you guys I was going to do some tuning and tweaking on it. Well, not really tuning, just tweaking. But as I was cleaning this up and the comments were rolling in, I had to go back in and I didn't realize I've had this for 3 years. 3 years, and I did like 4 videos on it, most of which were the initial video. So I'm like, what the hell? A lot of you guys have been asking me questions. Damon just got one. So, hell, I owe it to you guys to put out, as usual, my controversial views on this vehicle. So, this truck, in stock form, weighs 24 pounds, 11.6 ounces. If you put a battery pack in it, well, I'm going to recommend, and we're going to cover that, I'm going to recommend 2. That bumps it up to 26 pounds, 3.6 ounces. That's a lot of truck. And because it's a lot of truck, that's why I recommend there are 3 battery slots. 1, 2, and 3. I recommend whenever you take it out, you use the 2 batteries. Put them in and only hook up one at a time. Because at 26 pounds, even at 24 pounds, you do not want to have to carry it back to your truck. And let me just see if I've got it here. I know it's out in my truck, so I'm just going to see if there's one here. No, that's not one. Is that one? No, that's not it. So, if you go to your local... Oh, crap. So it is. They're only in my truck. If you go to your local veterinary clinic, if you've got dogs, or if you've got a cat, I don't hold anything against people. They've got their little cheap veterinary clinic leashes you can get. Whoa, going in front. But this also works. There's some nice little rope. If you have one of these trucks and you take it out somewhere, this is a lifesaver. So your truck breaks, your truck runs out of juice. You get one of these ropes and you can just walk back dragging it. Because that is one of the detriments I hear from a lot of people, is the size and weight of these trucks. Well, 24 pounds isn't too bad if you only have to move it the one time. Teddy, what are you doing? Coming through again. All right. So, where I get to the controversial comment, also I was going to do some driving videos for you guys today. Because it was supposed to be 13 degrees today, it is still sitting at minus 10. And I don't know about taking my bashers out at minus 10. Crawlers do fine, but I plowed and made some nice berms, so I was going to get a little rowdy. So I've spent a lot of time in the workshop today tinkering. Now, as usual, 3 years I've had this truck. The radio gear still works fine. The motor still works fine. I've got the 2-speed transmission, which for slow speeds, it's pretty slow on this truck. The high speed is just pure fun. So what I started with while I was tearing the body apart, Teddy, what are you doing now? Weird. Okay, I just got to share that with you. What exactly are you doing? Weirdo? You're weird. Okay. So when I tore it apart, I just decided I was going to start, because if you have one of these trucks, you need to watch the drivetrain. And for some reason, just mine is the rear differential, but both differentials leaked. And I've been fighting with the main gearbox for leaking. And I went and ended up tightening bolts from the front differential all the way to the rear. All 4 differential bolts loose, leaking. The gearbox, there are a lot of bolts. Basically 2.5, so that is pretty nice that they all use the same. Now, if you don't have one, and I know there's some other brands that make them, is the Traxxas tool. This tool allows you to extend this puppy out, ratchety style, makes it so easy to go in here without tearing anything apart, except for there's one bolt, I believe it's on this backside, that you have to actually take the motor mounts out to lift it up a little bit. Other than that, unlike 1-to-1 scale engineers, that's not bad. If this was a 1-to-1 vehicle, I'd have to tear that whole engine and transmission out just to tighten that one bolt. But again, big, fast, beefy. This truck has seen nothing easy. This is my running through the water, jumping it over rock piles. You know, I have taken this and bonsai'd on the course with it. This truck, you know, hate to say it, and I would love to hear your issues if you've had them, but this truck for me, this tire has some holes in it, which I don't know if that is from rocks or if Audrey has customized this truck also. These tires, everybody's complained about them. Well, the big names have complained about them. They suck. Boom, boom. Go buy the Proline tires. This is a $1,000 truck. I saved up for this for months to get it. This was not I'm going to spend $1,000 and then I'm going to go buy a set of tires that cost $100 a set. No, I am going to run these until they're bone flat, wore out. Yeah, call me cheap. This is a 24-pound truck without batteries in it. This is not like a 110 scale that's maybe 4 pounds, and the tires don't have traction because the truck's too light. This is 24 friggin' pounds. These tires, I see them hooked up on everything. This truck goes through everything. The rock course in the back, that is a suggestion to this truck. So, tires, still going strong. The shocks, not one of these shocks have leaked. This truck, all it does is bounce around. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down when it's running. Holy crap, somebody needs to Well, Axial, why don't we share this technology with everyone else that makes shocks? Well, except for Red Cat. Red Cats are usually pretty good. But that's the thing with Axial. Axial has always made good shocks. What else do we got going on? The steering servo, which, you know, I never paid attention. Let's see. Does it say anything on it? Other than it's ginormous? It's a Spectrum S905 with no other information on it. That servo works great. That body is not liking the fact that I'm using the course, the indoor course, for other things today. We're going to get to that. The shift servo, which is a standard servo. Let's just flip this baby up. Boy. Shift servo. Am I getting it in there? Shift servo, standard size. 2 and 4 wheel, high and low. Works great. That ginormous Spectrum motor. You know, unlike the SCX6 Gladiator, which, you know, I did have in the comment section some good comments about it. So maybe they fixed it. But this truck, what are you doing now, Tenny? Jeez. This truck as it sits, there's a better view of the battery. 2 battery mounts, which the main guy works over here perfect. Goes to both sides perfectly. There's my, what I'm thinking about for my alternate for my lights, because I haven't gotten to my lights yet, because I went overboard as usual with the body. But, I still haven't. I'm going to try this from the comments. I'm going to try sanding these down a little bit and see if the body fits on there quicker and easier. But, boy, this thing, it looks like the differentials have taken most all the damage. The lower links. Skid plate has very little. There's a little bit on this side for some reason, but none on this side. Has taken a lot of good damage. Uh-oh. Miss Diane is home. So, hold on 1 second while I pause this for the dogs to have their hissy fit, and I will be right back. Oh, now I'm back, and the heat is on. So, in summary, because you know what I love, it's the reason I started this channel. This channel wasn't to become big and famous, make tons of money, because after 5 years of doing this, I ain't making no money. But it was to buy stuff with my own money, put it through its paces, and not give you pull it out of the box and say, what a great thing this is. And I think I've succeeded, because I don't know how many I've done now, but this is the long-term review. And I have to tell you, with my long-term reviews, Axial seems to do the best. And -1, but I'm going to say right now, the Gladiator SCX6 I got it when it first came out, and that's when all the problems were happening. But a lot of you have commented to me in the comment section that you don't have those same problems. So without hearing anyone talk about it, I am glad to know that obviously Axial addressed the issues with the pitman arm plastic and the shift servo I still want to take mine, and I don't care about dig as much as I would love to see that in two-wheel or two-speed, which I've got another servo, so I can hook it up. But this truck, if you go way back 3 years, you are more than likely going to hear me say that all this truck was, from me pulling it out of the box, was they hit the button on their manufacturing for their plastic and whatnot and upped it up from 110 to make it 1/6. Well, they may have done that. But what they have done with this overall platform is it definitely has gone beyond what I expected. I expected to spend $1,000 and be disappointed. Nope. The only thing that disappointed me is right here. Because any of you who have watched the channel, I don't like Wranglers, but I would really like to get the honcho version of it. But it seems like I may have found the way to do it, is to go to Axial. Go right to their website. The bits are cheap. And I'm contemplating converting this into the honcho, which is nice. I could paint the honcho body myself. But we're going to see, because now we're going to move this body out of the way, which, again, the fake engine cover, yeah, that's great. If they had an opening hood, which, since this is here, I would almost like, if I do the honcho body, I am going to do a squiggle around the hood, and I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to put a squiggle around the hood that's clear so you can actually see that engine cover. It's a nice engine cover. I mean, I don't remember from my 1-to-1 days, but I'm pretty sure that's a beefier looking engine than a 3.6, which the only way you make that better is by ordering the gearing kit, from what I'm told. Because in my 1-to-1 days, even a manual, when people just went and threw big tires on it, those things are gutless. You know, and it's a 3.6. My 1-to-1 CJ7 with a 4.2 in it, that thing has got some pep to it. But meanwhile, it also has the V8 CJ5 I had a lot more top speed, and the gearing wasn't as low. My 4.2 with the straight 6 has got some torque, to the point where it scared me the first time I drove it in 4-wheel drive and just was coming up to a stoplight and said, okay, I am going to just let off the gas. I thought I stalled the truck. And I almost went through the windshield, seemingly. But this truck now, the body as it was 4 pounds, 7.5 ounces. Now it's 4 pounds, 0.2 ounces. So cutting off this back section was a pretty nice little weight savings. I mean, it's still gonna be beefy, but meanwhile, you know, because of the inside cab, you know, this isn't accurate because, God forbid, I don't know what Jeep thinks about, Dodge thinks about now. So in the actual vehicle, if you want to take the top off, it's 2 pieces. It's the rear, and then it's just this top piece. So instead of taking this off and having those doors, I just did it back here. I don't care. It's got a nice cage. And then Will got painted up. Well, let's move in a little closer. Oh, I only got one now. So Will, without the lights in the background, can I block those? Kind of, sort of. So got Will. He's got some jeans on. He's got a red shirt on. And he doesn't have lobster hands, but he's got some cuffs, because he's fancy. He's got his gray undershirt on. He's got his hands, which don't look too shabby. I actually painted him, and I was going to put a sticker on his chest, but it wasn't sticking very well, so I took it off, so that looks kind of like there's something on his shirt. I don't know. I get in my mind kind of an idea. So it kind of looks like his shirt said something on it, but it might be wrinkly or whatnot. I cut out the window tint, so he's clear now. But of course, the window's all scratched up and whatnot, so he's got a little more color popping from the inside. The back, I did texture. This has been weathered, so the color isn't the same when you do the back. But instead of just leaving it gray, I figured I'd kind of color coordinate it, put some texture and some flat back there. We've got coolers and some other stuff we might put back there, but, giving it a little something different. I'm still cleaning on it. We might put some more stickers on it. But, hey, after 3 years, I figured it was time. Change it up a little bit. Got another 3 years to go out of it now. And that's my joy right here. I don't have to go spend, a ton of money. What in the name of sweet baby Jesus is that woman watching upstairs? You don't have to go spend $1,000 or not $1,000. I'm stuck on $1,000. You don't have to go spend a bunch of money on something to make it different. I painted the wheels on this truck, and now I've done this. So it's different. Oh, tell me if that looks gaudy from the top. Or is that looks kind of cool that he's got a super cool cage in it. I don't know. Give me your guys' opinion. But there you go. After 3 years of running it in its stock form, now it's going to look different out there. And I think it's going to, for me, myself, I think I'm going to like it better because it's different. It's unique. Now, I have seen one of them where they cut the roof off and went and cut the door in half and left the half door on, which, that's cool because it's different. Not very accurate because Dodge can't seem to make half doors for these anymore. Because, where is that sticker? The sticker I was going to put on it. Oh no, what did I do with it? Oh, did I throw it away? No way. Oh man. Oh, that bust my heart right there. Oh, I did. Didn't I? No. If I can't find it, that means I didn't throw it away, right? Oh, did I do this after? Oh, man. Sorry, guys. This is how I go off sometimes on these weird little tangents. Oh, man. Maybe I did. Oh, now the dogs are wrestling upstairs. Hi, Tavers. We're at a different angle today, bub. You can't. Let me see if I can find that other sticker. Oh no. Man, I don't even remember it off the top of my head because it was perfect for how Dodge is nowadays. Well, that sucks. I can't believe I've lost it. Okay. Well, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to put the truck together so you can see what she looks like now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so there we are. You are never going to hear me say this in real life about a real Wrangler, but I think that looks tough. We can see the driver better now. We've lightened the top heaviness a bit. I mean, half a pound. And with that, with reducing the weight on the top, I was able to crank the springs on the shocks all the way down. So, still got some good friggin' body raise up there. Still got some more cleaning to do on the body. Get her all back to the way she was. But now I just want to get out there and rip her in the snow. And thanks to Miss Diane, it was still 10 below. So these big ones should be beefier, but just didn't feel like it. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. But getting to spend the time in here to get this looking like this now, which again is one of my biggest, most favorite things to do, is get them looking unique. Make them my own is my philosophy. You know, you'll see a lot of my SBG stuff. Hey, and I love Matt to death, but I don't come close to some of the modding out stuff that he does. But to me, this texture paint modifications, I'm still going to probably have to put a little two-sided tape here just to strengthen this up because it's got movement. I mean, it was moving before, but you just don't see it. So I'm going to strengthen that up a little bit, clean it up some more, and try for next weekend for some driving videos. But hopefully by then, the way I've been tinkering with this truck from the last time I showed it to you, now the lights are going to get done, and this thing should be totally pimped out. Lights. The only thing next I could do is if I found some big ass sound system, but I don't know how that would work on one of these. I know my Sen 450, it's not as loud as I would hope it to be, but hey, we're going to get the lights mounted and we'll go from there. So again, even though they won't sell nothing to me, FMS link down below. Merch store link down below. Channel email down below. All in the description. Check it out. Send me some emails. You know, thanks to a lot of you commenting, that's the reason this is on the alternate bench today and why it became a long-term review and not just a table talk. So for the crew, oh, let's see, where's the, oh, look, there's the co-host. Oh, there's trouble. Working hard at not doing anything. And I will talk to you on the next one. Oh, like and subscribe. Oh, bye-bye.